Hello and welcome to Divas Sports Network's In the Huddle, a weekly webcast designed for the football female fan. My name is Chris Baker and I'll be your host this evening. And I'll begin by introducing our esteemed panelists. First we have with us Valerie Saunders. And she is a person who bleeds green and is an auditor for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
All right.
Next we have Keisha Davis, owner of Kingdom Exposure, a marketing and branding company. And we have, finally, our diehard Eagles fan, Lisa Sawyer, who is an underwriter at the historic Philadelphia Contribution Ship Insurance Company. Welcome, ladies.
Welcome.
Hello. Okay, let's get started. Over this weekend, 700 NFL players were released, and teams trimmed their rosters to 53 players each. There were some surprises and some cuts, and they were expected. But some believe that Eagles coach Chip Kelly showed nepotism in making his choices, especially by keeping some former Oregon players who were underperformers. Okay. And some of those examples are linebacker Chris McCoy, who played with heart throughout the season in favor of former Ducks linebacker Casey Matthews, and wide receiver Jeff Mayhill over Greg Salas, or Russell Shepard. Mayhill's performance was nowhere close to Salas or Shepard. So give me your thoughts on that.
I mean, it's like this. As far as I'm concerned, nepotism is in every business.
Absolutely.
It really is. I mean, but the bottom line is he's the coach. It's his decision to be, to be made now. Chemistry, we talked about it a little earlier. It's all about the chemistry. So maybe he felt that these players brought the most chemistry to the team and he was familiar with their abilities because he coached them in Oregon. So it may seem unfair, but we have to see how it pans out. But nepotism, it is what it is. I mean, he coached them. These are his guys. He brought them there. It's the coach's decision. It's his right to make it.
Well, I feel as though Chip Kelly is learning right along with all of us.
Right.
This is his first year. He's learning. And let me tell you something. This better work out. Because if this doesn't work out, all that nepotism, he'll learn a valuable lesson. Go with the talent. Go who has the ability. Go with the person who gives you the best chance to win. Don't just go with the person who's from your alma mater or the person that's from your school. Represent.
I agree with that to a certain extent, that you do have to go with the talent. You go with the proven commodity in which you know that they're a performer. However, in the past, the Eagles have made some horrible decisions going with talent. Tino, for example, he didn't fit into the chemistry of the team. So it didn't matter
of how good
he was.
Right.
He didn't fit in with the quarterback, who was the one that had to actually
it's a
institute the
heartbeat
plays
of
too.
the team.
So I think that with this decision, Chip is stepping out saying, listen, you guys brought me here to do a job. This is the job I'm going to do. And this is the players I want to play with. And I agree. He better show him.
And that, at the end of the day, is it really about a popularity contest? He's the coach. We hated Andy Reid for the last few seasons, right? At the end of the day, it's his decision. So we gotta ride with it and see how it goes.
But it gotta work. Now that's where I agree with Valerie. It has to work, and the reason why it has to work is because if we get into a situation where the Eagles franchise once again has brought in a coach, paid them all of this money, kept players that aren't worthy of what they need to be doing, and then we lose players. I really thought Shepard was a great wide receiver. I thought he brought a lot to the team. I hated to see him go. But I agree with what they gave Chip. I agree with them bringing Chip here to Philly. So I'm willing to kind of ride it out and see how it goes.
Okay, so we're going to ride with Chip to see how it goes.
I'll be interested to see what is Chip Kelly going to do that's supposed to be so fascinating and so something that no one has ever seen before. That's why we're all waiting on the edge of our seat. What is Chip Kelly going to do? I heard he's going to have 9 tight ends out there. I heard he's going to have take turns with quarterbacks. What is he going to do?
Ain't going to do nothing. It's up to the players to play.
What do you think that adds some excitement though to the game?
No, I think what it does is it brings in something different. We saw Andy for how long? 11, 12 years, whatever.
Same old.
And the play calling. You know, we had a lot of things that we criticized Andy
The
about.
time management.
Absolutely.
The challenges, like what in the world was that? So at least now we you know, something new.
You know, another thing I like about Chip, I think that Chip's offense is tailor-made for Michael Vick. If we're going to see Michael Vick perform, if Michael Vick is going to be the quarterback that he was in Atlanta, if he's the quarterback that they're saying he is, if he's the quarterback of the future or who we say he can be, I truly believe that if he can't function and work in this offense that has been set up and tailor-made, designed for him, then we won't see him.
But let me tell you something. If he's the quarterback that he was in Atlanta, he gonna get cracked in game 3.
The offensive
Because
line is supposed to have improved.
at least Andy knew how to make him a pocket passer.
Yeah, but I think that held him back. I think what Andy does is I think he takes quarterbacks and I think he takes players and I think he holds them too hard, too far back on their potential.
That's what got Michael Vick.
And that's what got Michael Vick
cracked all the time.
Michael Vick when he was in Atlanta, Michael Vick when he was in Virginia
That would have been a
Tech,
run.
Michael Vick.
Run, Vick.
No.
Listen, I remember seeing a Nike
Keep on
commercial
running.
where Michael Vick threw a football into the stands.
Oh, he's got an arm.
And he has an arm.
He
but
has
the
an arm.
man
Can
is
run.
not a pocket quarterback. That's where Andy made his whole big
Pocket
mistake.
quarterbacks win games.
Well, ladies, we're going to look at that for the next couple of games and see how that turns out.
We shall see.
Next,
We'll see if it's time for that.
It ain't me.
The Jets have finally named their starting quarterback, Geno Smith. Do you think that the young rookie will have the same success of last year's rookie class of RG3, Russell Wilson, and Andrew Luck?
I don't care about the Jets. I'll answer the question, but I'm not a Jets fan. I mean, I'm a football fan, but I don't care about the Jets.
It's a tall
right now.
order. It's a tall order. We talking about RG3.
Why even put him
Jumping
in
into
that
Russell
same?
Wilson, and he
He's
hasn't
not
done
even in that
anything
same
yet.
class.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything
so
yet.
I think Geno Smith has a lot to prove. I think that the Jets are in a position of transition, and I think that what we'll find out this year is what piece of the puzzle is missing, because I really think it goes beyond the players. I think it's the staff. I think they need to really wash that out and rework it.
Because Mark Sanchez, what is he doing?
He's gone. He's washed up.
You think he's done?
Yeah, he's washed up.
Boo!
And it was time to get rid
To the
of
Jets.
Tebow. He was no
Next
good.
question: the Jets suck.
Well, this is when you should put up your cup.
Nobody got time.
Nobody got time for the Jets.
Why
To the
Why are we talking about the Jets?
All right, with the preseason over and the start of the regular season.
Turn up. Can I
About time. This is the longest
Regular
preseason ever.
I know.
Yes,
Let's
it
go.
has been long. There's two important games taking place in the NFC East. Sunday night, the Giants and the Cowboys,
That's
and
gonna be a
Monday
good
night, the
game.
Eagles and the Redskins.
Yeah.
In the NFL, it's never too early to start thinking about the playoffs.
The Deadskins, baby.
And these games will have a strong influence with who is on the outside looking in at the end of the year. So ladies, what are your predictions about that?
First of all, the Eagles smashed the Deadskins. I'm going 17-3. RG3 is still hurt. Believe me when I tell you, the boy is still hurt. He's good. We keep him in the pocket. Don't let him run. Control RG3, and we win that game. He's really the only thing they got going for him right now on that team.
Yeah.
The Eagles win that game 17-3. RG's still hurt. He kind of suspect. The Cowgirls, and who they playing again?
The Giants.
And the small
The
Giants.
midgets.
The midgets. We don't really care. It's an NFC East game,
Yeah,
so
it's
if I had
important.
to give a prediction, Tony Dumbo can't get it done. I'm gonna have to go with the Giants on that game. I say the Giants smash the Cowgirls in that season opener.
I think that these 4 games will either for the Eagles and the Giants and the Cow, for all of them, either bite them in the butt or give them a great advantage. It's really difficult when you're talking about not only NFC games, but these are also conference games.
Right,
So
conference, right out the game.
So I think that what that brings, I think the Eagles have a great chance of winning if, in fact, their defense can stop the Redskins. And that's where my problem is. RG3, whether he's working or not, the Eagles' defense to me during the preseason is looking a little scary. And, you know, I'm an Eagles fan and I love them, but they have to, you know, get some balls or something because right now they are not stepping up and they doing what they need to do.
That's true.
The Giants and the Redskins, not the Redskins, right? The Giants
and the Cowboys.
Oh man, I wish both of them could take a loss.
I know.
But I would have to step out and say that Eli is always good. Tony Romo, it depends on his social life. So it depends on what he does the night before. What he can do, but I think the Giants. I agree with you, Lisa. I think the Giants are gonna pull it out.
Yeah, Giants.
They're gonna be somebody that we as Eagles fans are gonna have to look out for.
Yeah, Giants. They'll do pretty good. If the Cowboys had any sense, they would get Tebow.
I would let him back up. I would let him start to get ready to back up. Listen, Tony
They might as well get Vince Young.
Well, first,
they might as well go get Dante Culpepper or something for Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow
Dig
is
Donovan
not
up
a
out the
quarterback.
grave and bring him back. Listen,
he's a tight end all day.
The bottom line is, we gonna do something in the NFC. What? I don't know yet. I'm hoping that we're better than the Redskins.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm sound good for the Eagles.
Okay.
Well, because the Eagles are going to come out of the NFC East on top.
How well will the
On top of
Eagles
the
play on Monday night under the big lights? That remains to be seen because it's a whole new team. Okay, it's a lot of hype. RG3's the man. RG3 is still not
He's not
his full
100%,
potential.
right.
His coach is so desperate. Is he your quarterback of the future? Is he the quarterback of your future? You've thrown him out there because you're so desperate to beat the Eagles on their Monday night game, on the first game. You really don't care if he's fully healthy or not. So hopefully the Eagles will take advantage of all that, like you said, and hopefully the Eagles will come out with a win.
Throw him out there and we're going to bag him up. All right, ladies. 2013 starts.
All right,
showdown.
bag
him up. We're having the showdown of the quarterbacks. Peyton Manning versus Joe Flacco. Both Super Bowl champs, both Pro Bowlers, league MVPs, and so on and so on. Now, both have something to prove. Peyton has to prove that he's better than baby brother Eli. And Joe, that a Ravens dynasty is not far-fetched. Now, what's your predictions on what the Ravens are going to do for them?
Peyton Manning, he's had his time. He's on the end of his career. Joe Flacco is up and coming. He just won a Super Bowl. So I think it's Peyton's job he has to impress. I don't think Flacco has much impressing to do. The man just won a Super Bowl. Came out of nowhere, but he won it. So, and as far as the competition between him and his brother, look, they're both getting paid. They're both quarterbacks in the NFL. They're both excellent. They both are slow as I don't know what, but they know how to win games.
Pocket quarterbacks, Keisha. Pocket quarterbacks.
But they don't get hurt. Well, they always have great offensive lines. They have offensive lines. Michael Vick doesn't have an offensive line. That's why he gets hurt.
Pocket quarterbacks.
And he doesn't like to
go to the Super Bowl. Pocket quarterbacks win games. I mean, the bottom line, you look at the history of the Eagles with quarterbacks that like to get out of the pocket and run, like Randall Cunningham. Okay, like Rodney Pete, these guys that like to move around. McNabb started off running, but then he settled into.
When they went to the Super Bowl,
success.
Was he a pocket passer that year?
His running days were done. And that's
what ate too much chunky soup.
Well, that too. The chunky soup was his problem. The chunky soup definitely slowed him down. But he had more success in the pocket. And that's what Vic has to learn. He's still diving in head first. He will not be available for 16 games behind that offensive line if he does not stay in that pocket. But we weren't talking about Wacko and somebody else, right?
Let me tell you about them. I think that Joe Flacco is the one that has something to prove. I think Peyton Manning doesn't have anything to prove. I think Peyton Manning is one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever played in the NFL. Sure. I think Peyton Manning has proven himself over and over again in Indianapolis. I think he did an awesome job coming off of the injury that he came off of last year, and I think he took the Broncos really further than they would have went without him, definitely. I think Joe Flacco has to prove, is he a fluke? I think Joe Flacco has to prove, is he the truth? You said yourself, he came out of nowhere, right? Well, the Ravens have given away half of their team and the rest have retired. So I think the Ravens are in a position to prove, is the franchise good or have we just fallen by the wayside?
It's hard to go back to back.
Let me tell you something.
Difficult to go back.
Especially when you've lost
Wacko
all
is not the real deal. Wacko is like Buster Douglas, okay? That was just a fluke. That was a fluke. There will not
and Ray Lewis
not
every game.
Listen.
Oh Lord, please, Lord.
Ray Lewis is not going
He's still making rooting for him.
But listen, you know, he come out of the grave all of a sudden,
He
right?
willed the team
And just
to
like,
win.
so he's out of here. The Ravens, that question, look, the Ravens are done. You know what I mean? Are they in Philly this year? Do we play them? I didn't see the schedule yet. The Ravens are trash. There will be no two-peat.
No,
forget
no,
it.
I don't think
so.
And I
that's
think you better watch out for Denver. I think Denver has a great chance now. When we sit here in week 14, I promise you, Denver has a great chance.
going down.
Okay,
Watch out for the
so
Broncos.
there is a season opener for the Super Bowl Ravens to play the Broncos. So are you saying Broncos?
I say Broncos.
I say Broncos.
I say Broncos because they're both defensive teams. I say Broncos 21-3.
Oh, now you're giving a prediction.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna give a
okay.
prediction, but
I won't say 21-3, but I
Yes,
go
everybody's Broncos. So of course I'm going to take the Ravens. Okay. We'll see how that goes. All right. Now for your pick of the week again, 49ers or the Packers. Now we have young Kaepernick or seasoned Rodgers.
Kaepernick is nice.
Kaepernick is the truth.
Kaepernick
Little arm
is
kiss.
nice. Where's Kaepernick at? Hold on.
49ers.
Well, since you guys are going to go with Kaepernick, I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Oh, you know Aaron Rodgers is nice, but I'm gonna stay with Kaepernick. I'm gonna go with you.
Kaepernick. I'm gonna go
I
with
think that the 49ers are a good team, but I think that they can't beat the Packers. I think the defense.
Why do you say that?
I think the
they
Packers'
can.
defense is a little bit better.
It remains to be
I
seen.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to go with Kaepernick.
I'm gonna go with
I'm gonna have to
we're
go
gonna
with
have
Kaepernick.
a battle of the best. Who has the best picks? Okay. Will the return of Sean Payton make a difference to the Saints and Falcons?
I think his time there in New Orleans is gone.
Yeah.
I think Sean needed to move on,
Yeah.
take his punishment. He was a great quarterback,
He did
great
good.
asset to the team, great
What was he,
mentor.
the bounty ball? What was that? The
Yeah,
bounty ball.
I think.
So how
I
much
think
can you
Sean-
trust him this
Yeah.
season?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, come on.
He should have never got his job back.
How does he have his
How
job
did his
back?
job back after something like
Like,
that?
that's almost cheap.
I said put him in jail for 2 years. The brother gotta go. The brother gotta go.
Let somebody
He did a whole
He
cheat.
did. No, I
He
don't
was putting brothers on brothers.
That's
And that's a
black on
crime.
Yes.
That's a crime.
That's black on black crime.
Wait. I said bring him to Philly. We gonna bag him up.
We need a bag.
We got to bag him up.
Sean Payton goes in the bag.
Sean Payton, he's out.
Sean
Listen,
Payton has to go.
I don't wish them any success as long as he's at the helm, because that's dirty playing, and players really got hurt as a
They did.
result
Yeah.
of his leadership. I don't think that he really should have got his job back. And I'm gonna just put it out there: a black coach do something like that, they don't come
He's out.
back. He's out. He's blackballed from the game. He's
But
finished.
you know, they've owed us a couple. They let a couple pass. You know, Ray Lewis had a whole body in his trunk and went to Disney World. So,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
how many years ago was that?
Des Bryant
Keisha,
hit
you
a
talking about-
person and killed him, and all he had to do was apologize.
Well,
You
that
know,
was no. You're talking about.
Did he have his mama?
He had his own.
that was his mom.
That's
He
right,
hit
his
his mom. What's the
You
other?
know that's a crime.
That is.
So, you know, they can't let us pass.
Wait, you're talking about
Pac-Man.
Dante Stallworth.
Dante Stallworth.
He ran over.
Oh, he did.
He ran over a whole body. So we've had our
Ray
we've had our
Lewis was
opportunities.
charged with the
That's what I
murder.
said.
Right, he
And
ran.
the body was found in his trunk. He
Wait a
still
minute.
went to Disney World.
And
Hold on.
yeah.
But Keisha, we want to
got all
talk
that.
about. If we want to talk about history, we go to the art museum or somewhere like that. That was 10 years ago. Cut the brothers some slack.
Dante Stallworth, that was just maybe a year or two ago.
That was just a year or two ago.
right.
But
So
the
they worked. They
family
looked out
took a
for us.
settlement. I mean, that was a different thing. They ain't really look out for us. They wanted to bring them back because they brought talent to these teams.
By any means necessary.
Michael Vick ain't get a hookup.
Well,
He ain't get a get out of jail free card.
you know, well, yeah.
Don't mess with
He
dogs.
had
Don't
to
mess
work
with
his
dogs.
way up.
You can kill black people, but don't mess with dogs. I'm telling you
Because
that.
they'll never
Listen, I'm giving you a public service announcement. You can kill anybody you want, but don't mess with the dogs.
Speaking of dogs, Monday night's game. Okay, what's your predictions for Monday night's game?
Monday night game. Who's playing Monday night game? The Eagles. We have Monday night.
right?
Yes.
Oh, is that the Eagles and the Reds? I'm sorry. That was something in my call. Anyway,
Go ahead, Tom.
I'm only going with the Eagles. There's no other team playing. The Eagles will win that game, and they will win it handily. Listen, the Eagles are coming to play. We got something to prove. Michael Vick has a chip on his shoulder. We're going to win a few games this season. So if you're ever asking me a prediction when it's a team against the Eagles, I'm going with the Birds, baby. All day.
I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles,
All day?
21-17.
Can I get that?
Bounty Bowl on RG3.
Bag him up.
Yes, he's out.
We got to bag him up.
I would love for the Eagles to win. However, I think Michael Vick needs to come out. He needs to prove that he is the quarterback that we, as
Oh,
Philadelphia
yes, I
fans, want him to be.
100%.
And I think that we need to be prepared and equipped for the Washington Redskins, because I believe that we're going to have a hard time with their offense. And if the Eagles cannot beat or kind of
RG3
toughen up
is
in
their
the
offense.
next week,
Turn up.
then I would have to go for the
Don't do it, Keisha. Don't
Turn up.
do it. Well,
And I can't find my paper to say Redskins. Redskins.
We don't have a Redskins.
Deadskins. We bagging up RG. I'm telling you now. Keisha, RG couldn't even figure out what shirt to wear at the thing the other week and got fined. I mean, you expect him to pay attention on the play calling? The boy not that bright, Keisha.
He's walking on one leg. What is he walking
He's
on one
hobbling.
leg?
He's hobbling.
Well, listen,
Call him Captain Hook.
like I said, that's why these games are going to be important, because if the Eagles cannot come out and beat RG3 hobbling on one leg, undecisive as he is, then we're in trouble for the season. So this game will show.
It will set the precedent.
It will set the precedent on what the Eagles plan to do this year.
I agree.
Okay, well, hope you enjoyed our segment of, hope you enjoyed this segment of In the Huddle. And if you look at the
Answer,
ladies,
baby.
they have beautiful Football Diva t-shirts.
Green all
on.
day.
And you can have your own Football Diva t-shirt. And go to their website, imdivafootball.com, and purchase your own Football Diva t-shirt.
Go Eagles.
In your own colors, okay? So we're looking for also any Giants, Redskins, Cowboys, or any other nation experts to take on the Football Divas.
Don't come
So
here
log
with-
into our website and let us know what you think. And I thank you again for this segment of In the Huddle.
Go Eagles, baby! Woohoo!